going on, everybody? So I know I don't really harness talking about fitness as much on this channel. Mainly I focus on doing commentary that's focusing on AI with art and giving my rating scale on a 1 to 10, especially with Dragon Ball Z, AI and all that stuff. But I will get back into doing illustrations, just bear with me. Throw your suggestions down below of any character designs you guys want me to do in the future, and I'll take that into consideration, all right? Anyway, enough of this shameless plug. We're gonna get into this video of Ashton Hall morning routine is cooked, right? That's the title of this video, by Lessons in Meme Culture. The main reason why I want to talk about this is mainly because I recently saw Magazine Dreams. All right, if you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's a movie by Jonathan Majors, and it's a really dark movie, and it's something that, trust me, trust and believe, you will never forget. All right, it's Oscar worthy. But anyway, the main reason why I'm talking about that is because it kind of correlates towards this whole Sigma male, all this stuff that's going on online, where a lot of men, we get so obsessed over achieving perfection, right? Especially with someone like a Ashton Hall. Now I don't watch his content, right? But I've been seeing his content for the past couple of years, and he claims that he's natural. Who cares whether or not he's natural? But now it's getting to the point where people are doing whatever it takes just to not only get more attention, but to harness that vanity, harness that attention seeking, and this video is going to talk about that. So without further ado, let's dive into it.
Fitness and lifestyle influencing is one of the biggest genres on social media. It started with Ziz, praise be his name, and branched out over the years as many realized they could make big bucks by selling their body. Enter Ashton Hall, whose video was reposted on Tips for Men, Fashion, Essentials, Luxury, and has racked up over 600 million views. It's a pretty recognizable structure, falling into the Sigma hustle grindset trend of waking up early and blocking out every minute of every day. He makes it look effortless, as if he has achieved the perfect life simply by waking up, faffing about, and going for a swim. However, eagle-eyed viewers have noticed that the time blocks don't really line up. For instance, he jumps into the pool at 7:36 AM and halfway through the jump it hits 7:40 AM.
That's editing. Yeah, they messed up on the editing. A lot of it is jump cuts, They took not just his content, but a lot of other social media influencers. They took inspiration from American Psycho. Even Kino Body took inspiration from American Psycho and Bruce Wayne when it came down to like peeling off of the chemical skin, when he put on that latex, whatever, a lotion, and he peels it off, and then he does this weird stretching routine, and then he does this and this, and then he does all these other things before he goes to work. And that just carried out into what you guys see right here. It's just a weird way of a new version of flexing, so to say the least. So now people are just with money, they got the looks, they got the muscles and all this stuff. So they're like, hey, I need more vanity. So what do I do to continue the business, to get more clients? I constantly got to be flexing all of the things that I have and make it seem like this is my everyday, effortless daily routine.
Perhaps he floated in midair for 4 minutes, or perhaps this isn't an error and is designed to promote retention and engagement by making people write comments about it. Either way, his routine has been dragged through the mud so much that one would assume it parodies others like it, but no, it seems to have been created in earnest. Even when he films himself talking about getting it to at least 10,000, implying he's making big money or coaching someone to do so.
Yeah, that part was pretty different, to say the least. You put in banana peel. After eating a banana, the residue of the banana from the peel, you just wipe it on your face. And then he does a lot of this like expensive water, apparently, that he'll put in a glass bowl, and he'll fill it up with ice, and he'll just dunk his face on it over and over and over. This is one of those things where it goes, in my opinion, it's either A, it goes too far as an exaggeration, where most people would never do this, or B, if this is legit, if this is what this guy does every single day, is just his own thing and is not relatable to the masses. One or the other. And we all have different things that we do that's unique that most people look at you and be like, why? If that's what gets you going, fine. But you don't need to flex by recording it, because this is just very unorthodox, in my opinion. I think this would have helped if he was to add more of a description, like a B-roll talk of why he does certain things, rather than just allow the video to do all of the talking. That's the biggest issue. There's too many things going on, and there's not enough explanation to why you do certain things. Hence the reason why a lot of people are just like, what is he doing? And also, yeah, there'll always still be haters because of his looks. He has muscles and he has money. So of course that can garner a lot of hate, a lot of jealousy. So you're going to find any little thing to, bring you down. So that's that.
So it does seem highly likely he's actually talking to no one.
So looking at it, bro, we got to go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
Fitness and life.
Yeah, he's most likely talking to no one.
Lifestyle influencers will often use these tricks to make it seem like their lives are incredible, but at the end of the day, it most often comes down to just selling courses. In fact, Ashton Hall claims he has made big money just by being an online coach, and posts pictures of his clients making 5 figures a month, so it screams of being a scam. I mean, waking up at 4 a.m. will not suddenly make you a machine. In fact, it's usually better to get a full night's sleep so that you can concentrate the next day and actually focus on achieving what you want to achieve.
Yeah, and I want to add on to that. The main what made this become very of a commonality with all these memes of I gotta wake up really early in the morning is because back then, or years ago, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, used to say it as his legitimate routine. He will wake up at 3 or 4 a.m. to exercise. The Rock said the same thing later on. I wake up at 3 a.m. to start exercising. Floyd Mayweather, same thing. I wake up at 3 a.m. But what do they all have in common? Guess what? They're all celebrities. You don't live a celebrity lifestyle. What do you have compared to them? What you have that's luxury compared to them, even though they got more money than you? You have time. You have time. They don't have time. They have to go through meetings after meetings, interviews after interviews, going on this private jet or whatever first class plane trip to here, then there, then there, then there. That's the main reason why they only can squeeze that 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Workout, because everything else they're booked. But you work in a regular 9 to 5, you have the luxury of time. You don't have to wake up early in the morning to work out. You can work out in the evening after you get out of work. You can work out in the morning. Doesn't need to be 4 a.m. It could be 9. It could be 8 before you start work. You can even, for some people work remote, you can even work out during like 12 noon or 1 p.m. So you don't have to have this bravado of, oh, I'm a real man because I work out at 3 a.m. Oh, I'm a real man. Like, no, you don't need to do any of that. They do it because they don't have a choice. And all of a sudden you have influencers who are just copying that notion. But clearly, if you've seen his morning routine, he has a lot of time on his hands. So he doesn't need to wake up at 4 a.m., in my opinion.
Unfortunately, some fitness influencers have warped the perception of what makes a good body over time, as they will often go to extreme lengths with perfect lighting, perfect angles, and perfect editing to make them look better than they actually are. In short, Ashton is selling the idea of a good body and a rich lifestyle, ultimately exploiting what a lot of people want in life, but the truth is that he wants people to make fun of him so that he gets more eyes on his products and sells more courses explaining how to become an online coach. What meme would...
I think two things can coexist at the same time. Yes, he's doing it for notoriety. I don't know if he's necessarily doing it for people to make fun of him. But again, this just reminds me of Magazine Dreams. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who haven't watched it, but that is a real depiction of obsession. You constantly need approval. You constantly need validation. I understand that's his business, right? That he has to do stuff like this. But there are ways to do it in a very modest way. You don't need to be like flashy and showing off. Like, who literally would put on a Rolex watch before doing cardio? Who puts on jewelry before going to the gym? Like, again, this is just the insecurity trope of flexing. Like, it could have been less is more. If you had this physique based upon doing calisthenics, you don't need to put on jewelry. The one part that I didn't mind was just him doing push-ups. I could see more of that. Okay, he has a physique based on doing calisthenics. What does that promote? That you don't need to spend money in the gym membership in order to have an amazing physique. If you want to appeal towards the masses, guess what? The masses don't really make that much money. The masses aren't rich. So there's a disconnect with every second. This guy is like, well, based upon the edit, this guy every single time has a $50 bottle of water that he just pours in with ice so he could dump it in his face. Like, that's not relatable. People are gonna laugh at that because you're spending so much money on things that it just doesn't make any sense to the masses. Because majority of people are not gonna spend $50 bottle of water just to dunk it in a bowl with your face in it.
Would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
I remember.
So that's pretty much that for the video. So it was a quick video, but what do you guys think? Let me know down below. But like I said, like, overall, you don't really need to do any of that. I think it's taken to the extreme. There were some aspects of it, like, for example, you know, cutting your hair. I cut my hair all the time. I learned how to cut my own hair, right? I have to, because you guys see that I'm getting that Vegeta hairline. So I can't afford to constantly spend 40 to 50 bucks going to the barbershop twice a week. Why do I say twice a week? Because when this starts growing out, it don't look good. So thank God during the pandemic, I learned how to cut my own hair. So him cutting his own hair is great. That's a great thing to do, right? Because that saves money. But then all of the other stuff, like, why you gotta wake up that early in the morning? Like, everybody's fighting for this whole, the earlier the better. Next thing you know, someone's gonna come out there and start at 2 a.m. Like, I'll wake up at 2 a.m. to start working out. What is happening here? Like, everybody's just trying to do whatever it takes for attention, right? But like I said, some aspects was good. Cutting your own hair, doing push-ups. I mean, he doesn't even cook his own meal. I don't know what's up with that. He got someone to do it for him. I don't know if it's a maid, his girlfriend, whatever it is. Cool. It is what it is. It just seems like there's a lot of things missing. But regardless, it went viral. It got 700 million views. That's insane. That's crazy. But anyway, what do you guys think in the comment section below? As always, you know, I do a lot of, you know, digital illustrations. I use the photograph of myself as reference and transform them into anime characters, Marvel characters, DC, you name it. So any characters you have in mind, just throw it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.